Have you ever felt like you are working incredibly hard in school, spending hours studying, but the information just isn't sticking? It is frustrating, right? You put in the time, but the results just do not seem to match your effort. What if I told you there is a simple but powerful key to unlocking more effective study sessions, making learning feel less like a chore and more like a natural fit for you? Understanding your unique learning style is precisely that key. When you thoughtfully align your study methods with how your brain naturally and most effectively processes new information, you can significantly improve your comprehension, retention of material, and overall study habits. It is truly about working smarter and more efficiently, rather than simply putting in more hours. At its core, everyone possesses preferred ways of taking in and interpreting new knowledge. Some of us learn best by seeing information visually, others by hearing it audibly, and a significant portion by actively doing or experiencing it. These preferences are not rigid, unchangeable rules, but they offer incredibly valuable insights and clues about which specific study techniques will resonate most effectively with our individual brains, ultimately making the entire learning process feel much more intuitive and less forced. To truly elevate and improve your study habits, the very first step is to identify your primary or dominant learning style. Once you have a good idea, you can customize your approach. If you discover you are primarily a visual learner, make a conscious effort to focus heavily on visual aids. This means using colorful diagrams, creating elaborate mind maps, and color-coding your notes to highlight key points. Watch educational videos or documentaries related to your subject, and even draw pictures or symbols to representing complex concepts. For those who identify as an auditory learner, actively try recording lectures and then listening to them back during your study time. Participate enthusiastically in study groups where you can discuss topics aloud with peers, or even explain new concepts to yourself or an imaginary audience. Our kinesthetic or tactile learners will find hands-on activities essential for deep understanding. This could mean using physical flashcards, building models to visualize structures, conducting experiments whenever possible, or even pacing back and forth while you recite important information. The key is to experiment with these tailored methods and carefully observe which ones genuinely help you grasp complex subjects more easily and retain that knowledge for a much longer period. Your ultimate goal here is to personalize your entire study environment and the techniques you employ to perfectly match your natural cognitive strengths. It is worth noting that beyond the common visual, auditory, and kinesthetic classifications, some advanced learning style frameworks also recognize reading and writing as a distinct and powerful style. For learners in this category, optimal learning is achieved through extensive reading of texts, summarizing information in their own words, and taking detailed, structured notes. Understanding these subtle nuances can provide an even more refined and tailored approach to your studies. For instance, a visual learner might greatly benefit from creating intricate flowcharts and infographics, whereas a reading and writing learner would truly thrive by rewriting their lecture notes into comprehensive, well-organized summaries and outlines. This strategic self-awareness, which is sometimes referred to as metacognition within advanced learning theory circles, is a real game changer for consistent academic success and personal growth. By actively embracing and utilizing your specific learning style, you effectively move beyond generic, one-size-fits-all study advice and into a personalized, highly efficient, and incredibly effective learning strategy. This deep understanding empowers you to consistently choose study techniques that genuinely work best for you, transforming what might have been frustrating and unproductive study sessions into highly productive, engaging, and even enjoyable learning experiences. Ultimately, this approach leads directly to consistently better grades, a much deeper and more enduring understanding of your subjects, and a lifelong appreciation for how you learn best.